Okay, I am the police. Okay, I am evaluating the culprit name called adaptive radiation. What is your name? What is your, how many email ID you're having? How many Twitter ID you're having? How many mobile number you're having? How long you travel? So where, what is your residential place? Okay, what is your mother name? What is your father name? What is your family history? Okay, like this, I'm asking so many questions, right? The same way, for establishing the adaptive radiation concept, the great scientist Charles Darwin made a great, wonderful research work by sailing in the Galapagos Island, and he took a lot of research work of the various species information, and then he did this is the way the evolution happens in most of the living species. Like this, he narrated as a natural selection concept, right? So, and then the advanced version of the natural selection, we are seeing the adaptive radiation. We know very well the adaptive radiation. When you have adaptation, you will survive very nicely. For example, I'm a cactus. I am surveying the hot desert because I'm having very good survival efficiency. Because I'm having cuticles in my body. I'm having thorns in my body. I'm having cuticles in my body. I'm having thorns in my body. If that is the case, obviously I can survive very nicely, right? So the cuticles of the cactus makes the cactus to survive very nicely in the adverse climatic condition. You're talking about the thorns of the cactus, makes the cactus to survive very nicely in the adverse climatic condition. If you're talking about the camel with its hemp, it can survive very nicely in the very hot climatic condition, right? So this is a very good example of the adaptation. Camel with the hemp, cactus with the thorns, cactus with the cuticles, right? Cactus with the shrunken stomata, okay, can survive very nicely, right? So like this, we need to relate a lot of happiness, right? Then you can understand all the concept in detail. Darwin saw the finches. We used to call these finches as Darwin finches. So in this Darwin finches, can you see this? All the finches are not having even size beaker. Even size, not beaker, beak. Okay, sir, I'm the chemistry class, sir. So you told beaker, I'm going for titration. Okay, nothing. Okay, here I am talking about the beaker length, size, breadth, width. Okay, color, everything are changing with the different avians. Why? Because I'm an avian, I eat only the small size fruit. I'm an avian, I eat big size fruit. I'm an avian, I eat only the worms. I'm an avian, I eat only the snake. I'm a vulture, I'll do only the dead animal eating, right? So, like this different type of avians with various size and shape of the beak are getting originated. This is a classic example of adaptive radiation, right? Classic example of adaptive radiation. Right. So now we are entering into the important concept in the continuation of adaptive radiation. So another instance of adaptive radiation can be found in Australian marsupial mammal. And you see this? This is the image they already given in the CBSE textbook. Just we brought a different type of picture for your better nourishment, right? So this tiger cat, Tasmanian wolf, okay, koala, sugar glider, marsupial mole are all formed from the marsupial mammal, right? So one species is getting diverted, is getting radiated, is getting mutated, it is getting transformed into some other species. We are seeing this type of example so many in number in the bacteria and virus. See, coronavirus, how many varieties of coronavirus variants came? Many variants of coronavirus we are observing in the market. Many variants of coconut tree. Many variants of jasmine dates we are observing. Right now, we are entering into the next important concept after the adaptive radiation. What is the conclusion? So, these many number of species, placental mammal, Australian mammal. Can you see this? Here, ecological Nike, leading to the emergence of the different species in different geographical area. Okay, so adaptation. I see you take human being, the Chinese human. Okay, is tall and short like Philippines, but not very tall like Americans, but not having the medium size like Indians. So Indians are having medium height, and Chinese are very short, and the tall Americans. Why? Because the geographical area matters. Because geographical area matters, right? So not only the geographical area, climatic condition, not only the food quality, not only the water quality, okay, not only the humidity content of the atmosphere, not only the pressure of the atmosphere, not only the temperature of the atmosphere, okay, not only the matting credential of the species, like so many factors we can keep on adding into it for having a better understanding of the adaptive radiation, right? So now, before entering the biological evolution, the adaptive radiation, let me solve some few questions. Okay, what is adaptive radiation? What is adaptive radiation? Any one of you can say, I am giving time for you to do. So, the adaptive radiation is a rapid diversity of the species from a common ancestors, rapid diversification of a species from a common ancestors into various ecological Nike, right? Ecological Nike. You should not use the word Nike. Okay, this process leads to the emergence of the new species adapted to different environment, right? So adaptive radiation, how one species is getting evolved into different species and capable enough to survive very nicely in the different geographic area. Okay, competency adjustment. Okay, adaptation development is very, very important. So that is the thing we already told you, right? I'll say one more example we can add in this place. For example, I'm a goat with a long horn. Okay, I will threaten the goat with a short horn in a such a way the goat with short horn will not survive in this area, and then I alone will survive. I alone will eat this grass much more. I alone will make my population. Like this, the goat with long horns are saying. Okay, so like this, many examples we can bring, right? Now we are coming for the next major point. Which of the following is essential factor for the adaptive radiation? There are many concepts are there. More of all the factors are having the similar matching area, but we need to choose which is having the higher probability. Reduced competition for the resource. Okay, allowing different species to exploit available Nike without intense competition, right? When this reduced competition of the resource, low competition for the resource, low competition for the resource is the correct answer. Low competition for the resource is the correct answer, right? Now we are entering into the question number 3. Which group of organism is often used as a classic example of adaptive radiation? Of course, Darwin finches, right? Darwin finches, having various size and shape of the beak, right? So, yeah, if you're talking about more often, okay, now we are going to the next important question. Anyone of you can say the answer for this? I give time for you to say the answer. Which of the following is not a typical outcome of adaptive radiation? It's not a typical outcome of adaptive radiation. Decreased speciation, competition for the resource, increased diversity of the species, speciation. So here, increased specialization, okay, and develops unique trait to those environment. Okay, increased specialization, increased diversity of the species is the correct answer, right? So I think so you all enjoyed this question. Now we are going for the related videos. Gotouniversity portal is having a classic set of videos to explain much more better than the CBSE textbook. Okay, and in addition to this, worked example is nothing but the hard questions taken from the previous year's board paper and from the NCERT exercise. And we told you this is the way your answer description should supposed to be in your answer script. Describe the key stage of adaptive radiation using an example of your choice. So, several key stages. One is ecological opportunity, divergent, natural selection, and then other than natural selection, other than divergent, other than ecological opportunity, you need to understand basically the other points of this information: speciation, coexistence. So all these things we studied already there in the CBSE textbook. After writing all the information, we need to write the important technical terms. Important technical terms: ecological opportunity, diverse habitat, such as Galapagos Island and ecological link exist. Right? So now for convergent, for divergent, for natural selection, for speciation, we already discussed a number of information already. What do you mean about speciation? The origination of one species from the other species is called speciation. The origination of one subspecies from the other subspecies is called speciation, right? So the development of one variety from the other variety is called speciation, okay, with specific reference to the living organism, right? Now we are entering into the next important concept. Explain how geological factors such as continental drift can influence adaptive radiation with reference to the Australian marsupial mammal. We know very well geological factors, including the continental drift, can have a profound impact on the adaptive radiation. Australian marsupial provides an illustrative example. Right? So this is the thing we told to you. The continental drift. For example, the high waterage area is becoming moderate waterage area. Dry is becoming moderate waterage area. Accordingly, we are calling hydrarch succession, misarch succession. So like this we are saying. So zirarch. So whenever we are saying about the word zirarch, so zirarch, misarch, okay. Just you add what suffix arch, like this: zirarch, misarch, okay, zirarch, misarch. So misarch succession, zirarch succession. What do you mean about zirarch succession? So this wet area, moderate wet area, and light wet area is becoming moderate wet area and light wet area is becoming water zero area or less water area, or the desert area is becoming what? Moderate water area. So the hydrarch means what? The particular area is going to become what? Water rich area. So hydrarch. So hydrarch. Just you put arch in this. Hydrarch succession. Water is going to become huge in this area. Misarch succession. Water is going to become normal. Water is going to become zero or less. Zirarch succession. So for each and every sentence, hidden sentences are there. So if there is a continental drift, of course, the species adaptation changes. Many varieties will develop. Many varieties will start moving from one geographical area to other geographical area. Geological context. The Australia was once part of the subcontinental Gondwana, broke apart. Australia becomes isolated, resulting in a geographical separation from landmass. Okay, unique ecological opportunity for the marsupial, right?